Andre.
Ryan.
You
I
have
sound terrible?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you sound fine.
Okay, good.
You have a big challenge ahead of you.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
big fucking challenge. Because as of right now, I am personally incapable of giving one single fuck about the NBA draft, while the Colorado Avalanche
Yes,
are
I know.
one win away from the fucking Stanley Cup.
I know. What a game, my friend. What a game. With the shitty ice and everything,
Ugh.
Darcy just playing out of his mind, ducking at shots he should be saving and still saving them, getting whacked in the face over and over. What a legend. Of all the names ending in Y, easily the king of kings, the Kemper, truly. But yeah, Ryan, you're so right. Not only do I have a challenge ahead of me today, in some ways, I feel like I've been living a parallel life because you and I, my sports life partner, were lined up on the Avs, and our excitement and investment. And then I'm living this second life with this second family I've started, with this mistress you're not even aware of, known as the NBA draft and all its props, where I'm now, Ryan, over 25 props deep. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Thankfully, some of those are free bets. Thank God. Thank you, DraftKings Sportsbook, for the SGP insurance. So at least I have a few free bets. And yesterday, after an all-time night for the Avs, Ryan, it became an all-time night in NBA draft prop betting.
I just don't care.
He doesn't care, you guys. Do you want to go over yesterday's game?
I just assume, and this is truly an assumption, I have no personal experience for this, but like once you get into like meth and black tar heroin, like you're just probably not like loading bowls and smoking joints after that. Like that's what the Avs in the Cup final is to me, is hard ass drugs. And you're like, hey, would you like a glass of wine? And I'm like, no. Why would I want that?
Like, don't you see I'm on a bender here?
Yeah, you see, I haven't slept in weeks.
So obviously, neither of us have ever done, things going to merely hypothetically
hard narcotics.
Speaking, right? Merely hypothetically speaking, if say we were the types who at some point in our lives were to have done hard narcotics, you would be one to only do. You weren't like drinking brewskis as well, or
I mean, I'd have to talk to someone who's gone down that road to ask, like,
of course,
you're just like, man, I could really go for a needle and a beer.
I know. Maybe a good book. What podcast do you listen to when you go on a bender like that? I don't know.
So yeah, anyways, that Avs game was one of the most memorable sports moments of my life. I'll never forget that feeling of not knowing where the puck was. But my thing is, I didn't know where the puck was, but in the net wasn't an option for me. Like, I didn't consider that option. I was like, the puck is lost. Where is it? I never thought it could be in the net. And so, like, it's just like this utter disappointment, almost to the point where you put your head in your hands. And I'm glad I didn't, because I'm looking at the screen when they pan over. Also, it's so loud in the DNVR bar that, like, we crank the game sound in there, but you can't hear the call saying, like, the Avs think it's in the net. Like,
yeah,
I mean, see them celebrating.
Yeah, and I don't think that really came through. It's the Avs celebrating that was the first tell for everyone, I think, man.
Yeah. But you can hear it, like, at least when I listen to the call, the call says the Avs think it's in the net. Then it pans to them celebrating, and he says, "I think it is in the net." And so, like, there was a split second there, but for me, the celebration, that made it better. Like, of course you want that one eruption when you see it hit the back of the net, but that little thing that makes it unique and different, it will be what we always remember about it.
Yeah, it was really cool, man, because it's true. The delayed reaction almost made it better. I'm trying to copy all my draft prop bets into our YouTube chat. So
also,
that you can just have a written record of it.
Also, Dre, I don't know exactly how to explain why this happens, but Tampa Bay fans bitching about the too many men on the ice has made this so much better for me. Like, I'm truly enjoying that whole aspect of this. Like, that really gets me going. Seeing them whine and bitch and moan and just licking the salt from their tears is just, oh, it makes me feel really good inside.
My wife may or may not have caught me flipping off every Tampa Bay fan I saw on TV relentlessly as the adrenaline and excitement of that goal came through. Yeah, no, I feel you. Just exciting stuff. And then after all that, Ryan, I'm about to go to bed. I check the NBA draft odds like I do 5 times a day for the last 5 weeks. And suddenly, from minus 400, Jabari Smith is no longer the favorite to go number 1. Paolo Banchero's the favorite. I'm losing my stuff over this. And then the odds are still like that in the morning. And Woj tweets out, like, I'm still hearing it's Jabari 1, Chet 2, Paolo at 3. And I get on Jabari at 1 in the plus now. And now it's back to being Jabari being a lock at 1. So some are saying it was merely market manipulation that occurred yesterday, right? How's this happen?
Wow.
How does this happen? I am obsessed. And again, that I've gotten in on a lot of long shots and to some extent am betting against myself, which some would not advise.
Wow, Sean G, he's hearing the same thing as you. All a play by the Sharps to get some value on Jabari. You're telling me the Sharps are dialed in with the NBA insiders and they're like having them leak?
No, I think the insiders are the only ones who stayed consistent. It's the book that got caught with their pants down. I was asking Adam Mars to use his connections to get rumors on Chet 1 to get going weeks ago so that I could cash out on my parlay. He did not do that, Ryan.
What an asshole.
What an asshole. Not using his position to make me $50.
Wait, I wasn't here yesterday for the Cale Makar Norris victory lap. Also, you're welcome for my reverse jinx. I did some hard work trying to reverse jinx. So how many units across parlays did you end up taking?
So on the Norris alone, that was like 20 units in the end. I think all told, Jokic, Milan, and Cale to win the Norris is going to be in the 40 unit. That was a double withdrawal for me yesterday after that hit.
Wow.
And if the Avs, then I have Milan and the Avs to win a championship parlay, and that would be another 20, maybe 25 unit win. And the buyout's already at like 22 units. So I'm almost tempted to be like, screw it, let's just take that. No. Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you? But
if it was 38, I would say take it.
Yeah. So we've been so anti-futures all along, and then all of a sudden in the last 2 months, these futures have changed my perspective on betting completely.
Well, that was in the past, and now we live in the futures.
It's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
I really do. I've come to really enjoy future bets. The best part is you forget about them, and then once in a while you remember it, and you're like, oh. By the way, speaking of future bets, have you seen what Cale Makar, ever heard of him, is to win the Norris or to win the Conn Smythe Trophy now?
Lay it on me, my friend.
Minus 600.
Oh my! What?
Yes.
Jeez, man, where's the market manipulation on that? For God.
What's crazy is, did he even have a point last night?
No, I don't think so, though. The plus minus bet I gave out did hit, I believe.
So he was in the plus.
Yeah, he was in the plus.
Hard to believe he wouldn't get a point then. Did he get a point on that Mac goal? It was who shot it was Miko to Mac. I wonder who had it before that. Could have been Kale to Miko to Mac.
Yeah, could have been. Any with access to a box score, chime in and let us know.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a crazy one. And where you can get in on all these awesome
DraftKings
props, futures, bets, all of it is over at DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm jumping the gun here, but it's on my mind, so I'm just going to tell you guys. $5 could be your last chance on Friday to get in on this bet. $5 on any Stanley Cup final game and get $150 in free bets to bet on any of this stuff. Heck, if you would have done it last night, you would have a bunch of money to bet on Andre's draft props, which, what do you have, 20 fucking picks?
Yeah, I put them all in the chat. So my big three. Then
I don't want to know.
Continue this read and I'll tell you.
Anyways, DraftKings Sportsbook, get in on that. Get in on all of their great work that they're doing, and get in on the great deals you get when you use the code DNVR at sign up. Once again, Yaya didn't do that thing that I told him to do, so I guess you guys are getting the full disclaimer here. You can also get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000 when you use the code DNVR at sign-up. Of course, you must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus comprised of first deposit bonus, first bet match, each $500. Deposit bonus requires 25x playthrough. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. How dare Yaya on his wedding week not do that small request I had for him?
On his goddamn wedding week of all weeks. Oh, damn you, Yaya.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So 28 plus my big three.
You have 28 bets, and you're in on every single one of these.
Yeah, these are straight from my betting slip because
that is
at the end of the draft, as you know, sometimes the bet slip, the bets that win or lose will get buried down there. You know, so I had to go to the open bets, track every single one. Yeah, so in a sense, like our analogy earlier, I'm living a parallel life, and with my mistress, I've gotten into some real bad gambling trouble, it seems.
Bro, you've been with that mistress for a week now, straight, just in your hotel room.
Oh man, what a problem this is.
Okay, so let's start with your big
5 to hit, and we're great. You know,
let's start with your big three, and I assume these are the three bets you are most confident in tonight.
With where you can get the lines at as they presently stand, yes. So let's go through these. Walker Kessler,
left tackle for Stanford.
Right. He should be. This is a classic like tackle name. It's a classic pitcher name. It is not an NBA name. He is the center out of Auburn who averaged over 4 blocks per game.
Guaranteed bust.
Absolutely. Doesn't fit the modern NBA even slightly, Big Ryan. I don't think he fit like the 90s NBA. Like if we went back to George Mikan's day, then that might work. You know, everyone remember Jahlil Okafor and how people were like, oh, maybe the low post games coming back to the NBA. Nope, psych. So Walker Kessler, he's going to be a bust. Massive. You would have to see his face to confirm this for me, Ryan, but bust name at least.
Oh, the bust name is off the charts.
Regardless, he's got a bit of a teeny tiny little waist too, a little tight waist on this guy. Anyways, everyone is telling me, and by everyone I mean the homies at DNVR Nuggets, that our guy no longer, Ryan, TC, ever heard of him? Tim Conley is going to take Walkie Kessler at 18 for the Minnesota T-Wolves. No, Ryan, stop that.
That's bust face,
come on,
bro.
That's someone Photoshop that. That's now we're just picking on the guy.
That's him, bro. That's when he was at UNC before he had to transfer, probably because he couldn't play.
Because of the bust face, probably.
Yeah, probably.
So everyone tells me Tim Conley has the hots for him because Carl Anthony Towns is now a 4. And this is the 5 they want in Minnesota. So give me the under at plus value. Let's go back to my big 3, Marissa.
Luol Deng?
No.
Gorgie Deng.
Oh, you're right. He wishes. Simone Deng, French player, played in New Zealand. He's the toolsy guy, Ryan. And everyone knows the toolsy guy always goes higher. He came on hot at the end of the season in New Zealand. That's against grown men, so that gets grown men excited. And everyone is saying, you know, I don't know where, but I expect this guy to go higher to where he's mocked. The sportsbook is telling us his floor is 12 to Oklahoma City, but most of the insiders mocking him in that 8 to 9 range right now. So give me the under at minus 145, still good value. And Jeremy Sohan, just a personal favorite. If you went in the top 10, that would absolutely break my heart, unless it was, say, for the Nuggets trading up to 10th overall for Monte Morris, which has been put out there, and drafting him. Plus 175, the best defender in this class. Some Ben Simmons comps to him with a little Dennis Rodman and Sean Merriman mixed in there.
Okay,
Right? So
now you're doing the Josina Anderson talking about Javonte Williams thing.
Oh, that coach? She was quoting a coach, though, wasn't she?
Yeah, Javonte. Yeah, it's true, but I associate it with her. She's like, Javonte Williams has the power of Nick Chubb with the receiving ability of Alvin Kamara and the shiftiness of Christian McCaffrey or something like that.
Yeah, that was wild. But yeah, I mean, he's got elements of all those guys.
I'm pretty sure that came from Broncos running backs coach Curtis Modkins, if I'm being honest.
Our guy, Big C. You know, and mind you, Dennis Rodman, Sean Merriman, Ben Simmons, none of them can really shoot a jumper. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Energy, defense, that's what you'll get.
So, like, but Shaq Harrison.
Not jump shot. Shaq Harrison.
Played several minutes for the Nuggets in the last playoffs.
Oh, that guy.
Not this most recent one, but the one before that.
I got confused with football players. Then I was thinking of the Harrison twins. Remember, they were a big deal coming out of Kentucky 5 years ago?
Yes.
Neither of them named Shaq, though, from what I can
Andrew?
recall. So.
Andrew
and Aaron?
That was Harris, I believe. Was it Harrison?
Oh, man. These drafts are literally destroying my brain, and I can't get enough, Ryan. Let me pitch you some draft prop Shark Tank. These are the long shots of the night as they stand. They're not all the props I got in on because I thought it was a prime time to get in on the market. These are simply fresh as you can get them right now.
One thing.
Everything's, yes.
Just so everyone knows, I'm once again abstaining from big threes until the Avalanche play again. Thank you.
3-0 last time he did that. Nerfy, first 5 money line, and the greatest comeback in WNBA fucking history, just so that's clear to everyone. Back to the fun game I have planned for us.
All right.
I like your reaction there, Ryan. I like your reaction. I felt like a goddamn fool when the Aces were up like 42 points on the Sky, and then the Sky stormed back. God, that was amazing.
A storm from the sky?
A storm from the sky in Las Vegas.
Wow.
It doesn't get crazier.
Doesn't happen often.
No, it does not. These are all plus 275 or longer. I have 3 in the plus 1,000 for you. Crank on those listening ears. Listen to the pitches I got because we're getting in on one of these. All right. First one at plus 275, Michigan's Caleb Houston to go in round 1.
Related to Allen Houston?
I wish. Houston actually spelled with a Hostan, which really pisses me off, but still pronounced Houston.
How do like the city of Houston is spelled that way? There
has an A.
Okay, no.
Okay,
Houston.
Houston. But still pronounced Houston. More confusing, Ryan. He's a Canadian.
Oh, jeez.
The personal pitch to you, Ryan Koenigsberg, consecutive threes really helped kind of put it on CSU in the second half from this guy. Talented freshman, was seen as a consensus top 5, top 10 pick coming into the season. Just the wettest of jumpers on a 6'8" wing.
Whoa.
Not the most vertically explosive, but I think he got undermined at Michigan as more of just a spot up shooter. While if you watch the FIBA stuff with him and Team Canada, you see a lot more playmaking. NBA upside crazy, plus 275 to sneak into round 1 feels intriguing.
What a sell job.
Thanks, buddy.
I mean,
that means a lot.
I'm gonna have to fight Mr. Wonderful for this one.
Yeah, I like that. Banana water.
Can't get that out of your mother.
Bryce McGowan's. He plays for the University of Nebraska. We don't like that. His odds to sneak into round 1 are also plus 275. Bouncy, long, scoring wing who can stroke it from 3. The defense, not so interested. But again, late first.
Bouncy and long, though. NBA GMs are talking themselves into that guy being able to defend if he has to, or if he's taught well.
Exactly. This guy gets it. And again, plus 275. I think that's intriguing. Definitely seen some mocks that are correcting themselves a little bit and putting them in at the end of the first. So that's tier 1, the plus 275s. Now we're going in the plus 400s, Ryan. My guy, Simone and Ryan, the most tapped in NBA insider, draft insider, I should say, of ESPN, Jonathan Givony, has him mocked 8th. Right. Ever heard of him?
No,
ESPN
I apparently never have.
Yeah, no, because they refuse to put him on TV or on podcasts. I don't know why, but he he started Draft Express. They bought that out, and
do you like him just because he's Italian?
No, I like him because he's like a true outsider film nerd,
a true nethead.
Yeah, he started the site Draft Express, and that's the site that first did all the like breakdown scouting reports.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was like a 2-year stretch with that's the only way anyone on the internet scouted was just watching those guys' videos, and like and then ESPN bought him out when I think at the same time college basketball tried to take all their videos down for copyright infringement. And now his colleague just got hired by the Portland Trailblazers, so he's running this on his own. Don't know why we went down that, but anyways. He's mocking Dieng, 8th overall to the Pellies. We love the Pellies. You can get that at plus 400. Mystery man in the draft.
Exact pick?
Yeah, exact pick. 8th overall, plus 400. It's great value. I mean, and the plus 7 exactly as how Givony has a mocked. The longest odds of the favorite of the guy Givony has mocked. They're all favorites in the top 7. The longest odds is 7th overall Dyson Daniels plus 150.
Okay.
So if you assume he's right on the first 7, plus 400 for the 8th to be right, cool. Also, he's mocking Shannon. I don't know. Who cares about first names? Mr. Sharp, the mystery man of this draft. Canadian as well.
Shannon Sharp?
Maybe could be.
Shannon Sharp could probably still go out and give some buckets.
Absolutely. He's being mocked 9th overall. Could have gone higher, but he hasn't played basketball for like a full year. He was the number 3 recruit behind Chet and Paolo. And the Spurs are in a weird offseason where they might be trading DeJounte Murray. Lots of murmurs of that.
Why would they do that?
I think just because they're like,
rebuilding.
We either go into this and maybe we max out as a 6 seed here, or we kind of try to dig a little deeper, go a little further in the rebuild and try to come out of it with higher upside. I don't know. We'll see. That's tough. Well, Pop is around. I'm not totally sold that's the vision because they've always tried to kind of do both in unison. But again, Givony's mocking him there, plus 425. This is kind of like he's a little too risky for the top 8, but 9th feels right, plus 425. And then let's go in the thousands. Justin Lewis, versatile defensive wing. a guy I've seen mocked to the Miami Heat, teams like that.
Sounds like an MMA fighter.
Exactly. Him to go in the first round plus 1,000, Ryan. Nice little sprinkle there. Now we get even further. Gabriele Procida, the Italian wonder in this draft. Long, bouncy, shoots from 3, has played with grown men, Ryan. His stats aren't maybe the most fascinating, but there are 3 teams who have multiple picks from 20 on, including the Nuggets, Spurs, and Grizz. One of them needs a stash because they can't have all these first-round picks.
He has a mustache?
No, a stash him back in Europe. That's a great joke. I actually knew what you were doing. I'm so into this stuff. So yeah, him to get drafted and stashed in the first plus 15 hundo. And yeah, let's stop there. I think that's enough for today.
My issue is like I just don't think you can be a NBA star while sounding like a designer brand.
Yeah, it's maybe a good point.
But if you hit, like, your cologne line is gonna sell really well.
It's a great point.
So, like Altitude Authentics pushing that Gabriele Procida official scent, like, gotta be worth something to them.
What cracks me up most is you remembered that name for the bit. That was really good. Well done.
Oh, man. Thank you. Yeah, I stashed it, if you will. I like your first one the best. I forget what it was, and then second one the second best.
Caleb Houston plus 2. Get in on it. And Ryan also likes Brycey McGowie to go in round 1. No, jokes aside, Bryce McGowan's. I know these props are hard to keep track of as is. Round 1 plus 275. I put in all the other props I bet on the chat in this YouTube channel, so you can follow along with me. Yaya's getting married. Busy day for production. Didn't want to put them through all that trouble, but you do have a written record of it there. So go check that out. Shit, Ryan. Game 5, huh? Game 5 mañana. Love that.
Whoo. Love the NHL for not taking a 2-day break here. Yeah, but my God, so it's a long road from now to then. I will be at the DNVR bar tonight, hanging out with the draft guys, or I should say the Nuggets guys, talking draft. So that should be a good time. That'll kill some time, help get me over the hump.
Yeah. But you should mention the bar's not open, so you have that luxury. Those who are listening to us do not. So
the bar is not open, but I'm also like not really working. So if you just came to the bar and knocked on the door, like, decent chance I just let you in.
He's saying this, but in no way, shape, or form is DNVR telling you that you should be doing this.
No. DNVR officially closed. Unofficially?
Yes. No. There's no unofficial eye raise at all. This is like Yaya's wedding here. We are legit closed.
Let me tell you, if you bring food, wow, chances increasing insanely.
I'm really concerned of what's going to go on at the bar now. That's it, Ryan. I'm really hoping this doesn't set me back many, many moons.
Rados Popovic wants to know who's going sooner, Jovic or EJ Liddell?
I'm in on EJ Liddell. I got it at plus 140.
Any relation to Chuck?
No. The play style, maybe a little bit. Actual familiar lines, absolutely not. Okay. I was in on EJ Liddell. That was in the plus. Now that's become a heavy favorite at like minus 175. No shade on Jovic. I just think EJ's a little more a pragmatic pick right now.
I was very sad when I asked Adam Mares about Nikola Jovic, and it was just like, what's his game like? And he's like, well, he's long and he can shoot and he can't defend anyone at all. And I was just like, oh, so there's no chance of the Nuggets taking it.
Yeah, sadly. I did a TDSP and I transitioned the Jovic talk into a Manscaped read, and I was talking about how the new Manscaped product will get you as smooth as a Nikola Jovic pull-up jumper. That's how smooth he is as a 6'11" scorer. Everything else, yeah, a little rough.
I want it so bad, but also maybe I don't.
No.
Like, what if it's bad to have that? Like, that might actually suck.
Yep, it might suck. I know. I'm concerned with that too.
Remember when there was a Connor McGovern on the Broncos and in the draft, and we were like, wow, that'd be sick if left guard was Connor McGovern and right guard was Connor McGovern. And then I was like, wait, that should be really confusing.
Right. How would we specify? It's the worst. That scenario would have truly been devastating, because what if they were playing the same position?
Yeah.
Like, what if
Connor McGovern training camp battle?
Like, how would you distinguish the two? Like, right guard Connor McGovern if they're both right guards?
Oh, no. You'd just say McGovern 69 and McGovern 71 or whatever their numbers are.
Right. Or the Missouri product and the former Nittany Lion, and you just have to know which Connor McGovern is Connor.
But imagine like a breakaway, and it's like, Jovic to Jokic to Jovic to Jokic. That would be sick.
That'd be amazing. Bang! It's Jovic. I mean, you guys work on regular jobs. Like, you think what you do at your job is tough? Imagine the Broncos potentially drafting a second Connor McGovern and him being in a position battle with the other Connor McGovern.
Oh.
Those are real problems. I mean, come on.
For real.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of real problems, this show is a real problem. We should probably end it as fast as we possibly can. Thanks to Marissa behind the scenes producing. Thanks to you, Andre, for carrying the load while I'm abstaining from big threes. And tune into the NBA draft tonight, I guess, if you want a little glass of wine between deep acid trips.
Ice veins like the kids do.
See ya.